Hey guys, what's up? It's Blair Williams here, back with another life, money, and success video. This video is going to be pretty much just about life. There's a lot of things going around the world right now, guys, that are affecting us. And I've kind of gone back and forth with myself on whether I was going to make this video or not, because, you know, when you're making videos or you're putting stuff on your social media or you're, writing statements about stuff like this, it's really, really easy to offend people or have people take your words and twist them, or have people, judge you based off your opinion. And then, you give one opinion, they assume that, well, your opinion on everything must be similar to the opinion you have on this. Okay. So I did a lot of thinking about it, and I still, even when I decided to make it, told myself that I was going to be very cautious, because I have white friends, I have black friends, I have Hispanic friends, I have Asian friends, I have all kind of friends, guys. And my point with this video is not to offend any of them, and also not to offend any of my own people because of something I say about my own race. Okay. So let's just jump right into it, guys. The first point I want to make is, and this holds true to every situation, okay? No matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's happening, it's always going to be better to stay positive in the situation, okay? It's always going to be better to stay positive. So when something happens, if you can, compose yourself and realize that if you can try to find a positive in it, then that'll get you to a positive level a lot faster, okay? So if I'm in a bad situation and I start thinking about positive things and I try to find something positive to hold on to, the next thing you know, I'm just headed in a positive direction. But likewise, if I focus on the negative, I'm going to keep finding more negatives, and we're just going to keep sinking, guys. So every situation, if you come into it with an open mind and you try to think positive, then things will probably work out better. I'm sure white, black, friend, or foe, we all can agree on that, right? Okay, so I wanted to start the video off with all of us agreeing on something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so much disagreement that I'm sure we all can agree on the fact that if everybody was just a little more positive, that we probably wouldn't have a lot of the problems in the world that we do, okay? Now, the second point I want to make for everybody that's watching this video is something that I found out a long time ago, and I try to share with as many people as I can that it pertains to black people. Every white person is not racist, okay? Now, every time something happens that is racist, it doesn't mean all white people are racist. So when these things happen, and like I said, I'm not gonna really get into, whether this guy was racist or not, because I don't know. So I'm not saying that the police was racist. Likewise, I'm not saying that Mike Brown was innocent, because I wasn't there. I don't know. And the only information I have to go off of is the information that the news gives me. Now, me personally, I'm a person that knows that the news is propaganda, and you can't believe everything that it tells you, and the manner that it gives you the information is what you need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? They try to influence the way people act and how your emotions work. Now, that's a whole nother video, okay? Me personally, I don't believe in the news, so I don't tend to get my opinion from what I'm getting off the news. I try to find other outlets for information. I try to research things and make sure that, this is actually fact that I'm reading, whether it's a white person saying it or it's a black person saying it. Because one thing that we found throughout this situation was there's a lot of discrepancies. There's a lot of people saying one thing and then they changed that, or they said this at first and they changed that, okay? But the one thing that I know, and I think we all can agree on, is that all white people are not racist, regardless of anything else that's going on in the world right now, okay? Right? And I'm gonna give you a couple points to prove my point. A couple points to prove my point. All white people are not racist. Let me tell you one reason why I know. For one, and this is kind of a, we have a black president right now, okay? President Obama is in office, okay? I don't know if you remember the first time he was elected, but he beat McCain by a landslide. Now, if all white people were racist, do you think we'd have a black president? You do realize that if every black person in America voted for Obama and every white person in America voted against Obama, Obama wouldn't be in office, okay? So that's another way of me letting myself know, okay, there probably are a lot of things going on in the world, but all white people can't be racist. It's impossible. It's just impossible, okay? So that's one point. Another reason I know all white people aren't racist, and I'm gonna tell y'all about 2 experiences that I had. And it wasn't these experiences that let me know that all white people aren't racist. I'm just sharing this information with you guys because for those of you who do think all white people are racist, then it just wouldn't make sense in light of all the events that have been going on, okay? So today, when I got off work, okay, I went into the Texaco station right there on the corner of Holmes and Madison Boulevard, I believe, okay? Anyways, I walk in the gas station. I'm just trying to get some gas real quick, right? I walk in, the first thing I notice is my clerk. He's a man. He's probably about 2 or 3 years older than me, maybe more, okay? He's white, he had a rugged look to him, and he had a lot of the colorful tattoos on his forearm, okay? So right then in that brief moment, whether I realized it or not, I somewhat judged him, okay? I somewhat decided what kind of white person he was, okay? And anyways, long story short, I get up to the counter, you know, I'm paying, and I'm looking down. He's like, yeah, go ahead and swipe your card. And he asked me, he said, how was your day today? You know, and it kind of caught me off. I looked up and I said, my day, it was okay. I had a good day. And I said, how was yours? And he said, I actually have had a really good day today. And I said, you know what? I was holding back a little bit. I actually had a really good day today too. I just don't think I was expecting you to ask me, you know? And he noticed, you know, my uniform. He saw where I worked. We kind of had a little conversation about that. But the point I'm trying to make is, guys, is that if he was racist, you know, in light of all the stuff that's going on in the world, why would he treat me with that respect? Why would he treat me as if I was just a regular customer, you know? And I'll even say, you know, even me, I was a little taken back because I had already prejudged him, okay? So that's one thing that we do, guys. We prejudge people. You know what I'm saying? You just think he's racist. No, he's not racist. He's just him. Okay? You won't find out till he opens his mouth up and starts talking whether he's racist or not, okay? And the other example, that was just, you know, okay. The other example is, and it's not to prove that all white people are racist, but one thing that I really have found discouraging lately is everybody just assuming that all these police are just being police brutality. All police are racist. They're just trying to just hunt down black people and kill us all. Okay. Well, all right. Last week, leaving home, going to work, I was running late. I'm sitting at this light on Wind Driving University. Okay. And I noticed the police behind me, and I'm sitting there telling myself like, oh man, you know, he bloops on me. Pulls me over, okay? Now, did he pull me over because I was black? No. He pulled me over because my tag had expired in October. And here we are. I can't remember. It was either on the 1st or approaching the 1st of December. So that's why he pulled me over. It had nothing to do with me being black, okay? So then he comes to the car and I don't have my insurance on me, okay? I'm like, hey, man, you know, I actually know for a fact that I don't have my insurance on me because I just recently took it out of my car. You know, he's like, okay, no big deal. You know, let me just get your ID, blah, blah, blah. I'll run your name. He runs my name. He comes back and he's like, oh, you know, this might be funny. I've actually pulled you over before. And I said, really? I was like, what for? He said, it was back in 2010. And it was for the same exact reason. Your tag was expired. So I thought to myself, how funny is that the same cop pulled me over for the same reason, not because I was black, because I did not go get my tag renewed. And what it proved to me was, oh, wow, I suck at getting my tag renewed. I do this every year. And he said, you know, Mr. Williams, is no big deal. He said, you know, just try to go ahead and get that done today or tomorrow. I'm not going to write you a ticket. I'm gonna write you this warning, and if anybody else pulls you over, you can show them this warning, and that'll prevent you from getting the ticket. And I thought to myself, as I drove back to work, this is why I'm so hopeful. This is why I'm so positive, because I still believe in the world, okay? I still believe in negative people. Okay, there's negative people and there's positive people. So it's not that the world is racist, and it's not that all police kill black people. It's that there are certain people out there who are racist, and there are certain police out there who do make bad decisions that result in the death of black people. Now, am I the one to decide if they're racist or not? No. Because are there going to be white cops that, you know, make wrong decisions and black people end up dead that are 100% not racist? Yes. Mistakes happen. Okay. That's just life, guys. It doesn't necessarily mean people are racist or people aren't racist. And like I said, I don't like to get into the whole Mike Brown, Officer Wilson, who was right, who was wrong, the facts and all that. I don't really know. Okay. All I know is that when these situations arise, the first thing that we tend to do is turn our backs on white people. And, you know, we go to work the next day and we have an attitude with the white person that we work with. Let me tell you something. The white person that you work with did not kill Mike Brown. And also, they never owned a slave. Okay. So there's no reason for you to hold this grudge against them. And for you out there, because I know you're going to be out there, there's some of you that say, well, you know, you're a young cat. If you had been around during the struggle, during the days when we were actually, you know, fighting for civil rights, you would understand a little more. And to that's why I bring up, you know, the racist black people, okay? Because you have people out there who are racist versus white people because of the things that happened in their past. And they even want the generations of today to hold this same anger towards white people. Now, equal rights is equal rights. It don't matter if you're white or if you're black. So you can't fight all this time for your own people to have equal rights and then obtain that and just turn around and, you know, have racist tendencies or feelings versus that. You know, you're basically doing the same thing. You're a hypocrite. You can't complain about racism but then be a racist and your reasoning be because something that happened in the past. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. And this is an example from my own personal life. All right. My childhood was terrible. All right. Now, you know, I'm not really going to get into the whys about it, but basically my childhood was terrible. OK. And through my teenage years and as I became an adult, I carried so much anger based off my childhood. You know, I was so mad that these things took place in my childhood. It just pissed me off. You know what I mean? It actually affected the person that I currently was. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that, you know, I had this really angry demeanor. Anytime anything went wrong, you know, I'm a negative person or I wanted to explode. But basically, it was this built up anger that I had just versus life. I had this anger versus life. And what I realized was, you know what? That happened. It did happen. And should I, you know, just downplay the fact that it happened? No. But should I harbor these feelings and continue to carry this anger around? No. Because all that's going to happen is I give my past power. See, I make my past even more powerful than it was. My past was so powerful that, you know, 15 odd years later or however many odd years later, it's still affecting my life, guys. And that's why our past is affecting our lives, because we allow it to be so powerful. Okay. I don't allow it to be powerful on me. You know what I'm saying? I was never a slave. My people were slaves, and that's tragic. But me personally, I know nothing but success. Okay. Because I don't let my past hamper me. All right. And once I realized that, once I got past that, I'm actually a really nicer person. I don't have the same anger issues that I once had. And like I said, a lot of this stuff just comes with you getting older. But so that's the story I have for the people that think, you know, holding on to feelings from the past is somewhat like you know, you being loyal to your race or something. Nah, it's not you being loyal to your race. It's you being part of the problem. Okay. So this video was not to, you know, claim that there is no such thing as racism anymore or that there are not racist people out there in the world. But it's just to let you know, if you're out there and, you know, you rather look for some positiveness, you rather look for some hope, you rather believe that there is still hope in this world and that we all still can, you know, work together, then this video was for you. And it's not knocking, you know, my black people out there that's, you know, doing friendly protests and all that stuff and that's, you know, speaking their mind, because I do agree with that kind of stuff too. Some of it, you know, it you know, to its limits, the reasonable stuff. But even with that though, it's, you know, you focus so much on black that it's almost like that's the only reason why you're worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to march for injustice in general, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to march for injustice anytime any race is done wrong or anytime any people are done wrong, hit me up, because I hate injustice. But I'm not a huge fan of, okay, because it's something that has to pertain to my race, now I should care automatically. Like I should automatically be protesting because something happened to black people. Because as soon as this passes, are you still going to be protesting? So that's the only thing I'll say to some. I'm not saying everybody, but to some. And final, and I know this video was really long, guys, but I will end my video and I'm gonna check my notes, make sure I went over everything I wanted to go over. Yeah, but I want to end this video with this. Two things, actually. The black people out there that are rioting, destroying things, just doing a bunch of negative stuff, not trying to help people. You got a new TV in your house because Mike Brown died. You're wrong. And just put it very, very simple, you make it hard to be black. Okay? Those of you who are out there rioting, acting crazy, cussing on live TV, all you know is the N-word, you make it hard for the rest of us to be black. Okay? And the reason I say that is because it goes back to the media. The media records you being crazy. Then the media puts that on TV. Then everybody else sees that and they're forced to what? Believe what they see. Why wouldn't they believe it? So then it makes me have to, work even harder, basically, to fight these negative stereotypes that this is what black people do. Okay? And I'm not saying that, necessarily all white people think that or all other races think that we're all one-minded or that one of us is all of us, but some people think that way. Some people think when they see me, I'm pissed off and mad about Mike Brown. When ultimately, I'm not really pissed off about it. I mean, I have my input, I have my opinion, and I want to see this world do better. I want to see America do better. I don't have this limitation to my own race. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm concerned about my country right now, not my race. I'm concerned about my country. So if everybody just be concerned about their country, and I'll leave you with one more thing. If you are religious and if you do consider yourself a Christian or, you follow a God, then it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. If that's what you really believe in, and every Sunday that's what you go to church for, or Saturday, whatever your religion is, then you can't, on the flip side, be doing this craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. And black people, as much as there is an injustice, and I know a lot of y'all are going to have a problem with this, if it came down to me explaining this situation to my 7-year-old son, okay? If I had to explain this situation to my 7-year-old son, the lasting thing that I'm going to tell him, okay, is not that he needs to worry about the police killing him. Not that he needs to worry about racism. I'm going to tell him, I say, when you go out into this world, you need to be doing the right thing. You need to be doing positive things. And if you do positive things, if you do the right thing, and you treat other people like you want to be treated, chances are you're not going to end up like Mike Brown. Okay? Now, like I said, it's a tragic thing that he's dead. But I personally do not believe I would have ended up like Mike Brown, because I personally believe that the way I carry myself would have prevented it. Okay? And I mean, you can agree with that, or you can disagree with that, guys, but no negative action is going to lead to a positive one. So if it started with a negative, chances are it's going to end with a negative. And that shouldn't shock nobody. It's Blair Rich Project, Life, Money, and Success. This video was 20 minutes long, so I know y'all ain't going to watch it, but it was definitely worth me making it. And I hope I changed somebody's life or influenced somebody, or maybe there's somebody out there that thinks like me and you don't want to speak up. You know what I mean? You might be sitting among people who want to do stupid stuff and you actually don't agree with it, but you're too afraid to speak up because you're afraid of other people, you know, outcasting you because you don't necessarily think like them. All right? Rioting is not the way. And if you're sitting in a room with people who think rioting is the way, but you don't agree with it, step up, man. Step up. Speak out. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, because you never know how, you know, big of impact you could be making. All right? We got to change the world together. Black, white, Hispanic, blue, purple, orange, all the colors in the world. The only way it's going to get better is if we all do it together. All right? So when you're watching this video, you know, do like my shirt says, and to save time, assume I know everything. All right? That's it.